has taken over the role as a caller. He has a really cool way of calling, in my opinion. He keeps his players close to him. He goes for a kind of a wolf pack sort of calling strategy where he sends 3 or 4 players in the same direction. He leaves one lurker somewhere, or he has different setups as well, like this one in the pistol. But this is definitely a special they thought about before the game. The tower is used quite regularly by mousesports. And Nico already goes down to Shoxy in the A bomb side. Completely caught off guard there. Chris J with the deagle though. He knows where Shoxy is, but doesn't get the frag, so he has to back away. The terrorist on the way to the B bomb side. The point of entry for alternate attacks as well. We have seen the other German team yesterday, and I think they executed 12 rounds on the B bomb side, and they got 2 rounds on the board. So let's see if mousesports can be a little more successful. There is Next with the headshot onto RPK. Dennis just waits for... Yes, he waited for Existence to come through the smoke. That's something that almost every single CT team does, and it's barely successful. The bomb will go down. It's still a 3v4, still clutchable for the CTs. But the terrorists got themselves in good positions, and Dennis with the P2000 onto Smith. Getting a good start in this game. Next already has eyes on another CT, and Dennis with another headshot. Now it's Shoxy on the back foot. 1 HP remained for him. He received 99 damage, and he still gets a frag, but that's all he can do. mousesports will win the first round on the terrorist side and get it going already. So despite the fact that Nico went down without having a frag, as I said, both teams have those depth players that... Why is Engine joining the spectators? Doesn't matter for now. Engine is a player of Space Soldiers. You might want to just spectate the game casually, watching his opponents. But they have those depth players that can step it up, and Dennis just showed that he can be that guy. Now he showed that he can also step down, and goes down to Smith. Good start for X-Titan, who purchased everything they could. 5-7 for Smith. Deagle for Existence, and some mixture on the other players as well. Most notably the Scout for Shox inside the A bomb site. He has to make it work, but he's already alone inside there. He backs away, and now it's going to be crucial for the terrorists to get through that A main entrance without losing a guy. If they lose too many men now, it can still shift around in the CT's favor. Next takes his time, checks everything. mousesports in full control. They don't slip too much. Only Dennis was the guy slipping so far. The CTs prepare for a retake. They send Smith through the back door. mousesports know that the CTs will come for them. Next on the forklift, Vice Chris is firing away onto Existence, picks up the headshot on that, and makes it a man advantage for the terrorists. Now, Smith can't really do that much about the round anymore. He knows he's already hiding away, just lining up exit frags against the terrorists. He might make it a little more expensive if he takes away those 2 AKs. That would be quite cool for the CTs. But I don't really fancy his chances in this position. I don't even think that mousesports will go as far as... well, they will eventually peek out there toward being killed by the bomb. Chris J just really paranoid, firing off the AK. mousesports will make it 2-0, but the CTs save a lot of stuff from the previous round, and that makes them get another chance at this one. Maybe at least killing one of the terrorists and making it expensive. mousesports doesn't have to worry about anything in those early stages so far, so they stick with the SMGs. Speedy and Dennis with the MP7 and the Mac-10, and Nico with the UMP. Dennis is wrapping around. He will catch Existence without anything. Look in the wrong direction. The rest of the CTs is still caught in middle, and they have to figure out how to approach his round. Smith is close. Oh, he does hit that. No, he missed that shot. And now it's Scream pushing in there. Scream is taking turns with Smith, but Dennis is just covering them with bullets. Shox in the end with a team kill, and Dennis with a triple of the 5-7. Nico already hunting down RPK, who gets the kill onto Dennis, and he racks up another one. This could be quite dangerous still, but RPK is going down to Nico in the end. mousesports will make it 3-0. They saved 2 AKs, and those are the guns that they wanted to save. They didn't necessarily want to have the SMEs. You can see why Chris J is already going for the AWP. So he is expecting some aggression on the B-bomb side. That is not going to happen though. And usually this should have been a pause. Nobody called, nobody died. But you know, eBot is not perfect. And Nico is not perfect either. He goes down already. Gives the CTs a chance to win their first round on cash. It's the map pick of mousesports if you just tuned in. Cobblestone is the second map. It's the pick of Titan. The CTs hold on to their defensive positions. Existence is in the vents. He's accompanied by RPK in checkered. So Existence doesn't need to worry about his back, and he pushes quite far out there. He checks out everything and he doesn't spot anyone, so the call is clear. Middle is clear. It's gonna be either an A straight execution or a B execution, and it's gonna be B. Let's see if Titan can hold on to this one. X-Titan, aka Kappa, need to hold on to this push. Chris J checks everything out. Then is Deagle. He's got the AWP, but he uses the pistol and gets the kill. But RPK with the trade. Now next in, Dennis will push forward. RPK with another frag, and RPK picks up another one. Makes it a 1v4 temporarily. Speedy stepped it up and shut down RPK, finally getting rid of him. But the time is running low. The bomb is dropped in the back of Checkered, and there is no way that he can get back in there. So Speedy will save his AK, and Titan, X-Titan, are on the board for the first time here in this best of 3 series. Counter-terrorists win. So that turns the good start by mousesports into a not so bad start for X-Titan. They have to hold on one more round though. The terrorists with another buy. Dennis is a little late, but he had to figure out what to do with his $3,000. He goes for the Galil and no grenades. And the AWP has been picked up by the CTs, and that's quite dangerous. X-Titan has more than one capable AWP player. As you can see, Shoxy picked it up. The other one would be Smith's, quite obvious. And I like the setup by the CTs. They have 2 players in middle. Shox is quite close to middle as well as on the A-bomb side, so they can quickly support each other with those positions all around the map. They are spread out. It looks like they are spread out, but the distances are quite small on cache if you use the rotations correctly. The screen goes down to Nico. Chox is not spotting anyone so far. The first few frags exchanged without the AWP being in play. mousesports is still waiting for the call of Nico. And they want to go for the A-bomb side. Dennis has picked up the AWP that Chris J dropped. And now he was kind of leggy there, but Shoxy with no problems getting that frag in A main. He changes his angle slightly, but maybe not. Wow, that is definitely a shot close to the face. Next though, will trade and make it a 2v3, but his teammate doesn't cover him. He was attacking and Speedy didn't get back quick enough. At least he gets the trade and picks up the bomb, but it's a 1v2 nonetheless, and Existence used the time that Speedy had to expend. You know, Speedy had to go back. He had to get the frag back here because the backstabber was around there. So that time was used by Existence to get in the cheeky position, and when Speedy turned around and got back into the A-bomb side, Existence was already there behind the forklift. And I think the pause is caused by some lag on Dennis. As you were able to see when Shox picked him off in A main, Dennis started lagging a little bit. Existence showing his professionalism. And you guys probably can't read the chat as well as I can, so I would just read it out loud for you. The admin asked what's happening. Nico said that Dennis is lagging. Existence asked Nico kindly to use his real nickname, and Nico just said, "Don't force this time, please." I think that's directed to the admin, who is doing a good job of getting those games underway as close to the time they were scheduled as possible. And Nico was a little slow to come to the server, so they had to start the knife round with only 4 people. But the teams know when the game is about to start, and if they are not showing up, it's their own fault. It's not the fault of their opponents, it's not the fault of the admins, it's their very own doing that causes them a possible knife loss. In this case, it was a knife loss, but I don't think that mousesports worry too much about that. X-Titan will have Scream on an SMG, but mousesports will not buy too much. I think the Tech 9 is already a little bit too much for Chris J. I don't know if it's that effective without armor. You need some time to get close with the Tech 9, and if you get spotted already, you will lose the majority of your HP before you get within range of the Tech 9 being dangerous for any player. But well, maybe I will be proven wrong. Nico is there, the Deagle is dangerous on any distance. The headshot onto Existence. RPK with a trade, but the terrorists will rush him. They will try to dispose of him. Chrissy is close by already, and he closed the distance without the armor. Next with another headshot onto Smith. It's a 2v4. Scream will be the key factor here. He comes in from behind, picks off Dennis, but gets into trouble against Speedy. And that's not a problem for the German. 2v3. Shocks with the AWP. He is the guy that can clutch those situations. Good nade. That could... Oh, he almost killed Nex. 9 HP remain for the terrorists. Only 1 rifle for the Germans. And it's not really a German wielding the rifle. Shocks. Wow, quick reaction. But Speedy with the trade frag of his Deagle. It's mousesports taking the lead, or taking the lead a step further with an eco round win. They will punish Titan for the kind of weak B-bomb site setup. Existence was peeking from afar, from back here into main. And Nico with a straight headshot. Great stuff by him. Then it was Next with another headshot, and we saw Speedy with 2 headshots as well. Well, you know, there's only so much you can do, and if you get 4 headshots by a Deagle in an eco round, I don't think that Titan should be mad about it. They can do the same, and they will show us that they can do the same. Shocks with the first one onto Chris J. He gets traded by Nex, but the damage has been done. And I think that this is going to be a really Deagle heavy exchange here. Scream with a shot through the smoke onto Nico. It's a 4v2 now. Speedy and Dennis still working together in middle, but the Deagles are all around the map. They have to watch out. It's lurking in the shadows. Speedy doesn't know RPK is there, and that is the bomb being dropped. The weapon being captured. Dennis, can he pull it back against 4 CTs? They know where the bomb is. They can roughly estimate where Dennis is as well. And now RPK will spot him. He will not even get away with any damage. Dennis goes down straight away. X-Titan are back on the board. And man, this game is going back and forth already. 8 kills for RPK. As I said, if he shows up, X-Titan can be a really strong force. 5 for Shoxy. On the other side, we have 6 and 5 for Dennis and Nex. mousesports on the Deagle round again. So let's see what they can do. They have Dennis on the Glock, but the rest is wielding the 50 caliber bullet shooting gun. Shoxy catches the first bullet, quickly retreats. Scream is there to help his teammate out. Scream with a double kill. And Shoxy goes down. Speedy opens up the A-bomb site slightly. CT is already rotated. Many players around there. Scream has to watch out to not go down. It would not be that big of a problem, but you know, it makes it unnecessarily expensive for X-Titan to win the round, so they want to keep him alive. He will just play defensively while his teammates go for the rotations, and his teammates will be tasked with covering of middle. Well, actually he joins them as well, going for the headshot angle, but nobody's there to be peeked. RPK alone on the B bomb side. That's the opening that mousesports wants to abuse, and they are already lining up for that one. Existence is at the truck. Next will pick off Smith, who was alone, no refragability, and that's something that Titan really needs to watch out for. RPK is alone in checkered, and the terrorists will swarm him together. The only chance he has is to get out of there, out of this position. He gets the smoke kill through onto Nex, and Speedy with the frag. Now it's a 2v2 again, and the HP favors the terrorists so far. Existence is quick on the bomb site. He's already in the bag. Speedy goes down, and Existence with a double spray. The time was running low on mousesports, and the Frenchman made it happen in the nick of time. But it was a very expensive round, so they can't afford too much weaponry. They still get the AWP for shocks. Oh well, that is looking way stronger than I expected it to be. No helmets though, except for Scream. That doesn't matter too much. Scream is sent in forward already. Together with Existence, he will peek into... Oh, 3 players peek into A main. What a play by X-Titan. They leave shocks in there now. They have to watch out. There's a terrorist on Squeaky, and it's Nico. He can open the door to hell if he has the right timing here. Door is opened, execution is on. mousesports will throw the smokes from the outside, and Nico holds back. They will not use those smokes. They will, in fact, go for middle. What a great fake by Nico. It was completely bought by the CTs, but Smith is still around. He gets killed by Nex, opening up again. But Scream is still there. He drops the bomb through the smoke and gets another kill onto Nico. Great spraying by Scream, who was said to be a tab wonder, but he's showing that he can spray as well. And I would expect a pro to be able to spray. And yeah, Scream is definitely one of those that is more famous for his 1 bullet kills, or maybe 2 bullet kills. But he can spray if it's really necessary. And he gets another one onto Chris J, making it a 4v1 already. Speedy is lost. He will cramp in the corner, cry a little bit, while Kappa, aka X-Titan, will get themselves into sturdy positions to keep Speedy from planting the bomb. And the Frenchman will take it home and take the lead for the very first time here in this matchup. X-Titan taking the driving seat. And they also get a lot of money. Due to the fact they brought 4 players to this round, they will save quite a lot of money. And that gets them to a position where they could, lose a round and still be able to buy up. So mousesports really has to go for an uphill struggle now, especially the fact that they don't have too much armored players will work in favor of the Frenchman. Nico on the deagle. Oh, he spotted Shocks, but Shocks missed that shot. The first opportunity for a kill in this round. On the other side, Nex is waiting for somebody to walk past, but nobody there either. Dennis with a deagle struggle onto Smith, but gets the frag in the end. CTs are struggling now. Scream pushed through the smoke. A dangerous move to make, but he caught the terrorist off guard, and then it's Nico turning around. They quickly capture that AK, and that makes it very dangerous for the CTs. It's up to Shocks to win this round for them. If he can't hold off this push that is about to come his way, it will be very bad for them, but he picks up 2 frags. He gets a third one, and it's a 2v2 now. Speedy and Nico have to plant the bomb while Speedy gets the first one. RPK is already in the back of the truck. Just lining up that nade, carefully trying to get it on the right angle, but messed up a little bit. Now he will be peeked by both. He gets the first one, takes his time, but Speedy is there, prevails with the AK, and mousesports make it 5-5. But what an exchange between the two teams. Really sick to see them go tit for tat here on Cash. The first map in the best of 3 the map pick of mousesports. The Germans are doing a good job of hanging in there. Obviously, their position is not bad at all. We have Existence on the B bomb side while it's Scream opening up this round together with RPK. And once again, it's a round that seemed so obviously favored for mousesports that gets shifted in the favor of Titan. But Chris J with a triple kill in middle is shifting it back again. And next will open up the A bomb side. Now it's up to Existence with the orb. And heavy investment by the CTs. They went for 2 orbs in this round when they were struggling with their economy. They put all on the line. A 2v1, that's definitely possible for Existence, but they know where he's coming from. Tries to make them peek, and he switches the weapon in the wrong moment. Next with a double. Chris J, though, with the triple in middle, completely demolishing the CTs. When it looked so good for Titan, the middle exchange was the key factor, and Chris J from that position over here. I should make this cross red. Got 3 frags, 2 with the orb, 1 with the Tech 9, and it's the Frenchman on a save. Can they pull it back again? I mean, they have 1 Deagle, a 5.7, and 2 P250s. Dan is taking point here. The rest of his teammates are straight around him as well, but 3 CTs already lurk in the shadows. They wait for the right call. Smith and RPK pick up 2 frags, make it a 3v3. You can tell that Nex is not quite aware if there is more CT action coming his way. Now he knows the bomb site is under control, but the CTs come back inside. Smith already pushed through the smoke, but Dennis has the backside covered. Scream eats an 8 down to 24. And the CTs will probably not do that much anymore. There you can see Smith goes down. Scream is running for his life. Not necessarily saving the 5.7, but changing the angle of approach. And maybe he can pick off one of the terrorists in Toxic. He kind of expected the terrorists to get into middle, but that's not happening either. So he wants to pick up a weapon there. He expects the bomb to blow it his way. Oh, he just barely missed it. That would have been very good for Titan's economy and their equipment value. I mean, they have the rifles, you know, but Shoxy would have an M4, and they would have had some more grenades at their disposal as well. But let's not be too sad about that. The Frenchmen are back on weapons, and mousesports looks for the 8th round for themselves. Frenchmen looking for some middle control again. Shoxy is back at his cheeky position, but I don't think if it's still cheeky. He's upstairs now, so before he was down below, and Existence has a different weird off angle as well. The Frenchmen are pulling all the aces out of their sleeves that they still have. It's only 3 more rounds in this half, and they want to win this half. They want to get into a good mood. You know, the momentum is really important in this game. And if they can pick up those last 3 rounds, that would help them tremendously. But Nico, with the double kill already, opens up the A-bomb set, assisted by Nex and Chris J. Such a quick and swift execution by mousesports, trading and changing the angles. RPK is the last man. And he is looking for a save or for 2 extra frags, but he will walk into Speedy. And that was mousesports sending Nico in. He was the guy to entry frag, and he's such a great guy at that. He gets 2 frags here. Well, let's make those marks blue. Here and here. And then he ran out of bullets, and you were able to see that he sidestepped into this direction. And his teammates from main took over. So the CT that went for the repeat was opposed by 2 terrorists. And 1 terrorist would have been very close to him. Great job by mousesports, coordinating themselves very well. And I'm surprised, positively surprised, by mousesports' team play, as well as their strategy. Now Smith already exposed his head. That was kind of a big wave. Hello, I'm hopping here. Please get ready to shoot me. No problem for Chris J. Scream knows his position has been exposed, and he knows the terrorists will push him eventually. So he backs away into vents, tries to help RPK on the B bomb site. The only thing that works for the French squad is Shoxy, close by already, with possibly one of the most expensive deagles in the game, with 3 Titan stickers. But will mousesports come his way? He has to be patient. He has to let them make their move into middle, and then he could maybe come up with a backstab. But the Germans are wasting a lot of time just looking for the frags. And now Shoxy grows impatient. He will get that headshot onto Nico. For a short moment, the terrorists are stunned, but they will go to the B bomb site now that they know Shox is over at A. RPK with a frag, but next with a trade, so it's the 2v3. And Existence is not lucky with this deagle through the smoke. The terrorists will most likely plant the bomb in a safe spot. There it goes. But Shoxy's still alive. Existence goes down, and he should have stayed alive a little longer to give Shoxy a real fighting chance. Now the terrorists will scan the vicinity of the bomb site for some opposing CTs. And there it is, Dennis with a headshot. If Existence had stayed alive a little longer, he could have been able to draw enough attention towards him, so Shoxy would have been able to get in there from the back. But since Existence went down straight away, it was the terrorists waiting for backstab and covering each other. Last round of this half on the first map. Shox with the orb. Max 7 for Smiths. He's got a good position for that one. And mousesports is looking for some A control. Nico really likes to open up over there. Together with Chris J, he will try to find a peek. Chris J already scoped up and ready. Now he's got that angle. They captured that angle, so to speak. They push Shoxy back. And now there come the counter flashes. Good work by Scream, helping his teammate out from that forklift position. And Shox is out of that crampy corner. Some people might call it MBK. mousesports realizes the CTs have re-established control over the bomb site, so they want to reset their strategy and go for a full execution. But Scream is there. He tries to get a stick between the legs of the terrorists, but they will flash him again. And there it is, the headshot onto Nico, opening up the round for the CTs. And mousesports quickly capitalizes on the movement by the CTs. They will head to the B bomb site with Dennis picking up the double headshot. Now RPK is still in the back, and he will get the one frag, but that's all he can do. It's Shox with the orb on the rotation. He's smoked off. And once again, he runs through the smoke. No, he stays in the smoke. Now, Smith will draw the attention away, and Shox with a close quarter shot. Doesn't get the second one. Next in a 1v1 for the last round of this half. And Smith doesn't really have a chance against the AK. mousesports make it 10-5. The Germans will replenish control. They had some trouble here in this area. But then they came up with a 6-round streak. 17 kills for Nex, 12 for Dennis. And Nico is surprisingly not doing as well as we would have thought he would. On the other side, 14 for RPK and 11 for Scream. Mouse with the outright aggressive B play. To counter that, the terrorists already on the A bomb side. Nico and Speedy rotate ahead of time thanks to the information their teammates gave them. And Nico will click away on headshot level, crossing his fingers, praying to the lords of CSGO. Please, Gaben, give me a headshot. No headshot so far. The bomb has been planted, and there is the first one for Nico. 5v3 now thanks to Speedy's frag. Shoxy in middle with the Glock. Not the best fight to pick, but he still makes it happen. Nico goes down to Existence, and the terrorists are back in the round. Dennis and company still have to defuse the bomb. Keep that in mind. And Shoxy supports his teammate nicely. 2 kills over there would make it go the way of the terrorists. And Shoxy with a triple kill. RPK mops up the last one onto Speedy. And X-Titan are back on track. The first round, just like mousesports did. But we have seen the upset potential by both squads, especially in those early stages of a round, or of a half rather, where the money game is not set in stone yet. And mousesports goes for the deagles. They are scary with those guns. Oh, some team tags by Scream. Oh, Chris J, suicidal move by him, but it might surprise terrorists. There he goes, just running, and wow, that was definitely a suicidal move, just trying to get the frag and make it as expensive as possible, while maybe getting some information. Now Nico in the back of the bomb site. Quick peek, double headshot for Nico. He can't get the third one though. Smith and Existence still standing. Now Existence bides his time and gets out there with the right timing on the 2 CTs. What a chaotic round. But the Frenchmen get it on the board, and that's what counts. Especially on the terrorist side. You just want to get those rounds out of the way. The money is playing a role for the Ts, but it's not as big as on the CT side. Existence just waiting here in checkered was the key thing. The CTs didn't know where he was, so they ran out. They expected him to be on the outside of B. And then he could have, or he was able to backstab them. Titan already deep inside Speedway. That's gonna be a very good backstab by Smith. Oh, that's not gonna be as good as I expected it to be anymore. Missing that first spray. Oh, Nico again! Remove that deagle, man. Really, you have to ban weapons. RPK with the AK spray finally gets it done. The B bomb set is cleaned up. Shoxy might be able to get some more money on the board. He's got 2 very low CTs in front of him. But Nico, no, Nex is the guy to step in there, save his teammates' lives. While Nico gets another kill. He gets traded by Scream. And Shox with a double kill to finish it up. X-Titan win those 3 rounds they wanted to have. And now it's go time for both teams. mousesports doesn't have all the money they would have liked to have, so they will lack a few grenades. Chris Shea is the one to pick up the most nades and the defuse kit. 5-7 for him. The rest of the squad with 4 rifles. And that's something we rarely see. A team on the CT side not having 5 rifles. Not even the farmers either. Nex and Speedy, the key players for the CTs at the moment. And Dennis is close by as well. Heavy middle control play by mousesports. Titan is trying to counter that. They already boosted Scream up there. And Existence is pushing in, but Scream goes down in Existence. Oh, he finds the headshot still. I thought he was drop dead over there. Oh, he can line up another one. Christian in the meantime with a 5-7 frag. And Speedy will trade Existence in middle. It's Smith and Shoxy, the double S. They know each other for so long. They have played so many tournaments together. Smith with the frag onto Nico. And Christian is quite far away. He will rotate as quickly as possible. But the bomb is still dropped behind. And Smith stays behind. He's on the lookout for the CT. They haven't seen each other yet. But Smith has the better position. Oh, I think he caught a glimpse of Chris J. He definitely did. Now he knows. And Shoxy knows as well. Shoxy hurries up. While Smith tries to keep Chris J occupied with those nades that he just tossed randomly at the bomb site. And it was working. Chris J was slowing down, and that gave Shox the time to plant the bomb. Great team play by the 2. Smith will distract Chris J even further. But the Dutch player made his way to the bomb site, and he fakes to draw them out. but Smith is not faking. He is head shooting. The Frenchmen make it 9-10, and now it's only one more round separating the two teams. The CTs have a fairly good amount of money on Chris J, but the rest of the squad is lacking that cash. That sweet, sweet money. So Chris J will be the only one with armor. The rest of the squad will try to support him with the deagles. But I really don't know if it's enough for mousesports. Shocks will capture A main. RPK will hold on to the B bomb side, and he lines up another one over there onto Speedy. Easy frags. The flash was timed very well, but not good enough. So it's tightening control of the B bomb side, while Dennis and Nico try to push the A bomb side. The terrorists will know that now. Oh, but Nico with that shot onto Smith. Dennis will get in there and gets the kill onto Shoxy. They captured 2 AKs, and that's working perfectly for them. Nex is still in the B bomb, so the bomb hasn't been planted, and the terrorists feel the pressure rising. Oh, Nex with a kill onto Existence. The bomb plant is denied. A few more seconds for the CTs to come in with the rotation while Nex is picking them apart. It's a 1v2. Scream with the AK. Can he win this round? He's famous for the headshots. He definitely needs a few of those. He spotted Dennis and he knows where Nex is. Good first kill, but Nex with the triple inside the B bomb side. mousesports with another eco round upset. It's the second in the game. They weren't able to punish the CTs for the first eco win, but this one definitely is making its stint in the game. Look at the terrorists' money. Look at their weaponry. It's all over the place. Certainly not exactly what they wanted to have. They sent Smiths out there to get a few first peeks, but Nico is already there, and Smith is taken out. Scream sent forward to pick up the orb. But it's a 5v4. Can they really pull it off? I would like to see Titan win this round, because this would make the game even more interesting. Now Existence on the way to A main. 1 minute 5 still on the clock, so plenty of time for Titan to find a weak spot on the CT's defenses. Now PK tries to bait somebody out. Shoxy goes down. Both all players will be punished for their peaks. Existence doesn't find anyone through the wall. He has to go all in, and Nico has him covered. So Scream and RPK are the last man with 42 seconds on the clock. Those orbs have been in the hands of every single player on the terrorist side, but nobody picked up a frag with them so far. It seems like they are cursed. Shocks will be killed by Speedy in a second, that's pretty sure. But suddenly, Titan will get 2 frags. The bomb is on A, and it's only defended by Dennis. Scream has the Eagle still. Good weapon to have in those situations when you really have to move fast and you have to make that one shot happen. He doesn't make that shot happen though. RPK is alone, 5 seconds on the clock. They know that he can't get away with his life anymore. They can wait for the time to run out, and they will push him together. RPK ends up not getting that money, sitting in 1k. A good call by mousesports to stay away and not go for the encounter. Wait for the time to run out and dispose of him after that. So the Frenchmen are struggling, while mousesports is regaining control after the 4-round slip. But it's the map pick of mousesports, so let's not worry too much. The kills for Nex, you can see it. Look at that, skyrocketing, not skyrotting. 2 frags in this one, 2 frags in this one. Only 1 in this, but another 2k in this one, and a 3k in the last to win it for mousesports. He was a huge factor in that winning streak for the Germans. And RPK had the same impact in the first few rounds for the Frenchmen. then he didn't have that much stuff to work with anymore, so he kind of fell flat in this area. The CTs were doing a good job, and it's just those key players sometimes, you know, sometimes it's the star player, sometimes the key player is one of those support guys that is not really in the focus. But when he has a triple kill in 2 consecutive rounds, he will still make the economy reset for the opponent. Equipment value for the teams, obviously you can see this has been a save round for the CTs, and it was won by them. This graph is now the mousesports graph, but it was the terrorist graph. So all the orange rounds belong to the blue graph in this one. Don't be confused by that. And the first frag in favor of Mouse again, 4v5 already. Titan didn't invest too much in this round. Only 1 deagle for Smith. And he gets picked off by Nico. He is on point with any weapon you put in his hands. Just amazing to see that talent unfold to the scene. It's like a butterfly, you know, with its different stages of life. And I hope that Nico's life will go on like that, that he will have his impact in the scene. 13-9 for mousesports, winning that straightforward anti-eco, no problem for them. 22 kills for Nex, 18 for Dennis. Overall, you can call it a team effort for Mouse. Chris J and Speedy hanging back a little bit, but Nico definitely got a few important frags in the previous rounds. Now it's up to Titan to change this game in their own favor. There is nobody helping them anymore. mousesports' economy is working. It's the terrorist job to break it again. They have still a few more rounds to work with. mousesports needs to win 3 to make this first map go their way. Chris J is alone inside the B bomb site. His teammates are already rotating in, and he gets the kill onto RPK. But that was only the Tech 9 wielding guy. Nico with the second op. He will dispose of Existence, making it a 5v3. The CTs are all over the place. No control for Kappa, aka X-Titan. And Shoxy is the last man standing. It was a good idea to push the B bomb site, but mousesports was a little bit too quick. The rotation speed by the Germans can be risky at times, but I think that Chris J has heard enough footsteps and has spotted enough guys that he knew it's going to be a B attack. So X-Titan are struggling. mousesports only need 2 more rounds, and the Frenchmen with nothing except for a few Tech 9s. They will put a lot of emphasis on the last possible round. They will give mousesports 6 map points, but after that it's the Frenchmen with the afterburner, and I'm really curious to see if they can put it up, if they can turn up the heat. RPK is waiting for the call of his teammate. Existence is the guy to flash his teammates in, Smith and company. Shox is still holding in middle, but the rest will make their way into the A-bombs at RPK with 1 frag only. The CTs with good trades. Shox is not making it work in middle either, and it's only Existence and him. Now, finally, the headshot, but a second too late, and he's covered by Nico already. 15-9 for mousesports. They are not making too many mistakes. And if you're not making mistakes, it is more than 50% of winning a game. The other 50% is forcing your opponent to make mistakes with good play. And mousesports forced a few mistakes on Titan. They won 2 eco rounds with deagle headshots. So their aim was straight, and everything was working out for the Germans. Now Nex still in the vents, while Titan is already starting off with a man disadvantage. Just a few seconds in the round, and that's just... it's so hard for a terrorist side to struggle back from that. They have to make a push somewhere, but with a man disadvantage, the CTs can pick up so much information. They can send out a guy like Dennis to pick up some some intel on the terrorist movements, and if it gets traded, it's still a 4v4. It's still perfectly possible to win a round from that perspective, and especially if you hit shots like that. Chris J, just a swift aim, just a swift flick onto Shocks. Smith is the last man now. His hopes and the hopes of his teammates lie on his shoulders. We'll make it a 1v2. So mousesports needs to watch out. Bomb is still in the hands of Chris J, but he gets tagged. 19 HP still. But he gets away with his life, and that was key in this round. Smith has to scan all those different angles, and he will be picked off by Chris J. 16-9 in favor of German. The